What's going on, gurus? So we're back at it. We got some previews and precaps that we're going to be doing. I got a special guest this week. I got Egan. Egan's on the line here, and he's going to be helping me out make some picks and predictions. And our first matchup we got is actually between him and Johnny. So we're going to start off with a bang. This matchup, man, I love the fact that Johnny, first of all, is playing his good friend Egan. So I know that the shit talking is going to be real there. Um, and also, I love the fact that Aaron Rodgers and Brees Hall is playing against Johnny's actual team in Minnesota. So that's huge. I don't know what he's going to be rooting for, who he's going to be rooting for. I don't know if he wants his Minnesota Vikings team to actually win more than his fantasy team, but we're going to find out. I just love that he's playing Egan on top of all that. So that's just the cherry on top. So I have well, first of all, I love the fact that Brees Hall is kind of not really producing right now, but can be. Obviously, he's one of the top three backs in the league. Aaron Rodgers needs to figure it out and figure it out quick. I don't know if it's something to do with his head coach or whatnot, but Pickens as well and Kincaid. I love the fact that he has Kincaid as his tight end. And definitely he's being targeted more than often. And Leggett finally got in the end zone, I believe, last week, so that's huge for his team. Addison is doing his thing and his part as the one B over there in Minnesota. This is a good matchup, man. And on the flip side, Egan, man, your team is stacked, brother. Like I said from the get go, you're the team to beat. I'm not just saying that because you're my special guest this week, but your team is stacked from top to bottom. And starting off with Jaden Daniels, man, guy's playing lights out. I mean, he's if he's not the second coming of Lamar Jackson, he is Lamar Jackson this year. I feel like he is just playing that type of caliber football right now, and he's just tremendous to watch. He's much must see TV. Bijan, unfortunately, is playing against my Bucks. He hasn't really been playing his usual ball either. I don't know what's going on there, Egan, but unfortunately, it's against my Bucks on a Thursday night games. You know how I feel about Thursday night games. I don't really like those, so that could favor Johnny in this matchup, but I don't see that happening. Once Egan gets a tight end, I feel like this is going to be a blowout. And with that being said, I have Egan winning 130 to 118. What you got, Egan?
Looking at it, I think if you look at the quarterbacks, I'm going to give myself a slight advantage.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, Jaden Daniels been he's been playing unbelievable. He doesn't look like a rookie.
no sir.
Uh, Aaron Rodgers does not look great, and he's going up against a good Minnesota defense.
Playing lights out. That Minnesota's defense is lights out, bro.
I I think Bijan and Hall is kind of a wash. Um, I do think Hall has a tougher matchup against that Minnesota defense again.
Hmm.
Uh, Johnny's got a pretty solid team all around. I like Addison a little bit more than Jackson Smith and Jigba. I think
Oh really?
Sauce Gardner will lock up, or not lock up. Just, um, Addison's going to get the weaker cornerback, so he's got a little bit of advantage there. Obviously, Harrison's got the edge over Leggett.
Hmm.
I think Chicago's defense, you know, Pittsburgh's going up against Dallas. It's a little bit tougher.
Right.
I, I think it's going to be a close matchup. I'm going to say I'll beat him 128 to 122.
Oh, that's horse shit. You're gonna blow him out. What'd you say? 120. What'd you say? Let me write it down.
122.
128, 122.
He doesn't have a lot of weaknesses on his team. I mean, neither do I. But I mean, look at Higgins' back, and I mean,
So let me
he
ask you this though: do you think Rodgers, being a veteran quarterback and somebody that's been in the league for a while, do you think that he kind of figures out Flores' defense, or do you think that Flores' defense is just playing the way they're playing and they're just not going to figure it out?
no, I don't because I just don't think he's as good as he used to be. And I mean, if you look at the quarterbacks that Minnesota's faced. I mean, we won't count the Giants because they suck, but I mean, like Love's back, Purdy's pretty good. I mean, they faced C.J. Stroud,
Oh yeah.
and they've done a good job. As much as I'd love to give Johnny shit, I mean, Minnesota's defense has done really well,
Oh yeah.
and I just don't see raw. I mean, just look at the Jets' offense the last couple weeks. They haven't been playing well. I mean, they just lost to the Broncos. They scored 9 points at home to the Broncos.
Oh, I can't talk shit about that because my team lost to the Broncos too, unfortunately.
But they were at home.
Yeah, no, I know. He's just not, he's just not on the same page with his receivers, unfortunately, man. I don't know what's going on there, the disconnect. I don't know if, what the deal is, play calling wise or coach. I don't know, but it's hard to watch, man. Really, it's hard to watch.
I, I just think that the Minnesota defense is going to be contain Rodgers, they might be able to contain Hall. I mean, Hall hasn't really done much. It's kind of tough to say. Both Bijan and Hall have been really underperforming.
Yes, sir.
I do like the Mason matchup. I mean,
Hmm.
Arizona gives up about 180 yards a game rushing, and he's
Mason's been on fire.
spending money. And I think London will be able to get his against your Bucks defense.
They're trash.
And I just think Johnny has a solid all around team, and I think it's gonna be a close, within 5 or 6 points. I mean, I don't. I've had a lot of. I've been in a lot of leagues with Johnny over the years, and we always seem to have close matchups. So
Um, that's nice of you, awfully nice of you, because I don't see it that way. I see it lopsided. But all right, we're gonna go on to the next one though. So this matchup we have Johnny, excuse me, I have Johnny losing to Egan by a landslide. On to the next matchup.